What's up, family? It's Chris, and you're watching Bad Eyesight TV. I have my dad with me today.
The coach of all coaches.
And you guys already know the deal. It's gonna get right into it. Grayson T said, "Give Crooked Earth a watch. Another good New Zealand movie." So that is the movie we watched, and that is what this video is about, guys. But before we get into the video, you guys should already know the deal. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Comment down below what you guys want to see next. Hit that notification button to get a notification when I upload, and subscribe to join the family.
Absolutely, you guys are doing great. Well, we're over 2K now. We're over 2K. You guys, fantastic. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. But as always, you were about to say something?
And to the people who said that our channel wouldn't grow from all the pausing, you played yourself.
Well, we'd like to, we don't know who the 2,000 subscriber is. We'd like to know. We shouted out the 1,000s. We'd like to shout out the actual 2,000 subscribers. So we're going to 3 now. If you're the 3,001, the 1,001 emailed us, say I'm number
commented,
something like that, and the 2,000 did not. So when we get to 3, let us know who you are. We like to shout you out, and we like to shout all the from 299 on down to 1. We like to shout them out too. But you know, when we reach each milestone, we like to comment on it. But as always, financially, I can't take care of everybody, but
he will give you good advice. Now, let's get into this review, guys. Okay. So the movie review was called Crooked Earth from 2001, a New Zealand movie. We saw a couple of characters, well, I'll say a few characters that we've seen before in the other New Zealand movies, like from
Jake.
Once Were Warriors, he played Jake, but in this movie his name was Sebastian.
Willie.
Oh, he called himself Sebastian. My bad. Will, something with a...
Yeah, Will.
Whatever. And the brother, Carl, I think.
Yeah, the brother, I
think he was from...
Carl, yeah.
He was either in Once Were Warriors or Deadlands.
He was in the Deadlands. He was, you're right.
He was
it's
from...
a little muddy. Might have been in both.
Yeah. And then who was that?
No, he wasn't in Deadland. He was the gang.
In Once Were Warriors?
Yeah, Once Were Warriors.
And then from What Becomes of the Broken Hearted, the girlfriend of the brother, she was in the movie too.
Right, she was, I don't know what character she played. I
think she was a family friend.
Yeah, some guy's daughter, the chief or somebody who was yelling at him. Yeah.
But you guys know, so... What do you think about this movie?
Well, this movie, I've seen it and heard of it and lived it my entire life. It's the same for every ethnic group. Every you were talking about Italians. Everyone has that triumphant moment where they had to stand up to the so-called white man. I never had to stand up to the white man. I never understood that. We just say the man. So no matter who the man is, you know, you can't just stipulate and say it's the white man. Whoever the man is who's holding you down. So, I mean, this movie, I've never seen it personally. What was the name of it?
Crooked Earth.
Crooked Earth. I've never seen that particular movie. But every ethnic group has lived that. And they have overcome it, but it seems like there are a few groups that have not learned from it. They've not learned from their past, because if you don't learn from your past, you are what? You're what? Doomed.
I don't know. There's more words a lot can put.
Doomed to repeat it. So it's meaning it will continue to happen to you until you learn how to work together to become very powerful. Now in this country, you see the Cubans in America, you see even the Haitians, and those people, they work together. And then there's there's my race. We don't work together. It's unfortunate. And they blame everybody else for their failures when it's them. They are the cause of their failures. So I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for people who can't see the writing on the wall. You need to work as a unit to be taken serious. One individual is not going to do it. You know, there's a guy that could start it, but that guy's going to usually get killed off, like Martin Luther King. That guy's going to get killed off way in the beginning of the story. He's going to get killed off. But then there's people he's supposed to inspire. That's why they took out Malcolm X, because he was the opposite of Martin Luther King. Mm-hmm. So those guys were killed off early in the struggle. But we have not learned from that. We've not learned to group together. Like I say, the Cubans are a great example of that. Now, I can't speak for other groups because I can only speak for the Americans, the people I've experienced. Cubans, there'll be 8, 10, 15 in a house. And then all of a sudden you'll see 9 cars in the house. Then all of a sudden you'll see they own the 3rd house, they own the 5th house, they own the 9th house on the block. And then they just continue to reproduce that. And it's like, my race, we just can't do it. We just can't work together. You know, brother will kill brother, brother will sleep, not only the black race, other races too, will sleep with the next guy's wife, the next guy's girlfriend, the next guy's daughter. It's like you just have a small mind, you can't think big. And that's pretty much what this movie was about. If you can't think big, get out the way and let the next person who can, don't stop them. You know, it's the one thing, like when I got ready to retire at a relatively early age, who are you to retire? What, how do you do that? What? You got a small mind, step aside. Let me show you how it's done. I've never followed anybody anywhere. I've always been my own person, even if I was alone. You know what I mean? I got big ideas. When I started coaching football, never had any experience with it. But I was great at it immediately. Why? Because I have a great mind. I know what'll work. There's people like that are called innovators. So you need to get out of the way and let them do that. But I got good. I got all the way to head coach with no coaching experience in 3 years. And guess what? The black man didn't like it and shut me down. Because he couldn't believe a guy come out of nowhere and could out-coach everybody without any experience. Instead of being, okay, let me learn from this guy, let's get this guy out of here. Now that happened twice at 2 different parks. That's why I know I gotta own my own or coach for anybody that's not my race. And it's sad. And people say, well, you anti this. No, I'm not anti, I'm black. How can I be anti-black? I'm black. How can I be anti-black? I just speak the truth. And this movie was just an example of that, of brother against brother, greed. Greed, sex, drugs, that's the root of all evil. And that will sway and manipulate decisions all the time. Give a guy a pretty woman, it's gonna cloud his judgment. Give him money, it's gonna make it even worse. You know, give him a way to make quick, easy, illegal money, that's even worse. So this movie was just basically that. It was basically that the 2 brothers could not work together in life, but after death, all of a sudden he saw it his brother's way. I mean, my daughter said that didn't make much sense to her. Why couldn't they work? Because they just couldn't. You know, they just couldn't. One guy couldn't see the other guy's way. So what? He was in his way. He constantly butt heads with him and stopped him every chance he got. And I can only speak for my race. I can't speak for, let's just say, Haitians, because I'm not Haitian. Jamaicans, I'm not that either. You know what I mean? I'm black. And I can speak for my race only. I'm not white. We are mixed. But I just tell everybody I'm black. Just leave it at that. You know, grandparents, you know, they're Caucasian, but they, you know, it watered down by the time it got to me. I'm probably a quarter. Probably only a quarter, but I can only speak for my race that we just need to see the writing on the wall. And if we're not innovators, get out of the way. Let the innovators through. Don't hold them back. Even if you don't want to support them, just get out of the way. Don't go talking against them. Oh, he just wants this, he just wants that. You know, that's why I went out and I started my own team, my own basketball team, started my own, did my own, learned as I went, because I knew I could not rely on my own people to help, because we won't help each other. We will break each other down because you can't be better than me. And that's sad. You know, it's really sad. Like I said, I've seen the Cubans come over here and just take over. As a matter of fact, the Cuban is what Spanish is the second language. And my son had to learn Spanish in school. So that's working together. You know, that's working together. So like I said, I've seen this movie. I've seen it a dozen times. I lived it. I lived it. Guys trying to hold me down. Trying to hold me down. You're this, you're that. Who you think you are. You need to go with the flow. Go with the status, this, that. You can't pay your house off. Yes, you could. You got to be in debt. No, you don't. You don't have to be in debt. You don't have to rely on the credit card companies. That's a system they created to herd you into a certain crowd, to worry about a certain number. Oh, my tax is 716. Oh, I only got. Who cares about that? It's only important if you make it important. So if you're not an innovator, get out the way. Let others come in and innovate. I really don't have to talk about this movie because it's the same. And a lot of time kids, let's say my daughter, a lot of time kids, she's not like that. Where we tell you, hey, stay away from that guy. Well, why? I love him, or he's cool, or he's this, he's that. You're looking at it from a kid's point of view. You're not looking at it from an adult set of eyes where we know certain characters, we know certain instincts. If a guy's coming around my house to see my daughter and his pants sagging off his ass and he's got all yellowy or whatever teeth and he's smoking, bro, you're not even gonna step on my property. You know what I mean? You gotta be presentable. You're all tattooed up. Listen, a couple tattoos, one thing. Now, if you're in a tribe or whatever, like these guys, that's different. That's your lifestyle. But you just got like clocks and, you know, freaking telephones and all your babies on your arm and a name full of ex-girlfriends and stuff. Come on, bro. You can't come by my house with that. So when we say, don't see that guy, and you sneak around and you see that guy, bad things happen. She was almost killed because she snuck around and saw a guy. Daddy put her on a bus to go somewhere, jumped off the bus and ran back to see the guy. And what happened? You almost got killed.
Look at her dad came.
Or she'd have been killed. And then, oh, they killed her. Really?
And the dad just holding her, but he like I don't care, I want him to die.
Like, didn't I put you on a bus? You know what I mean?
Like, how you even got here?
You know, and that guy deserved what he got. The daddy told him, look, I'm going to cut your balls off. Let's see when the daughter came. Well, he wanted the daughter, and guess what? Got his head cut off. So it's not worth it. Daddy say don't come back. Don't come back. Don't come back. There are other women. There are other whatevers, you know. You know, you gotta be your own man, your own person, your own woman. You can't follow the crowd. People say it's not gonna work. People say you shouldn't do it. People blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to that. Nobody wants to see you succeed. There's nobody. Mostly family don't want to see you succeed. Gonna make you feel like an outcast. If you believe in what you're doing, do it. And I think the biggest crime ever committed in this country is when a parent teaches their kids racism. I think that should be a crime because you didn't give that kid a choice. The kid never had a choice. It's like my daughter can't tell you one time that I told her to hate this or hate that, and I've never even given her a reason for it. There's rarely a reason for it, to hate a whole race of people. But I think that's the biggest child abuse you can do to your child, not give them a chance. You know what I mean? A lot of kids do things by habit. They see it around, they hear it, they do it. And then you say, don't, you know, like I was on the internet and I saw where a lady said on the spelling bee in her 6th grade daughter's class, the word gook. There was a word gook. Now anybody over 30 knows that that's a racist term for Vietnamese or Asians or whatever. You just don't use that word. But it was on a spelling bee in a kid's school. And the teacher, who probably wasn't over 30, didn't even question it because they haven't used that word in a while. But being over 30, I know what that word means. So, in summary, I've seen this movie 1,000 times, heard about it, lived it. You know what I mean? You don't have to agree with people, but that's kind of like what the character tried to do. He tried to get out of the way of his brother, but then they kept bringing him in, and he tried to get out of the way. So if you're not an innovator, get out of the way. Don't stop innovators from doing their thing. You may not see it, and then he saw it at the end. That, hey, you know what? We'll either burn these trees down or you're going to give us what we want because we'll both end up with nothing. And we'll get the land because you only wanted to sell the trees. You know what I mean? You're going to give me $2,000 for like a $15 billion business. You're going to give me two?
You're all bad.
Right. That's crazy. So in summary, kids got to listen to the parents, but parents can't be racist when you're training your child to go into the world. Now I see, like, you know, what I see funny is when I see 15 and 10 and 5-year-old racists. Like if I was driving the truck for the company I used to work for, a little kid shot me the bird and called me an N-word. I couldn't hear it, but I could see it on his lips. And I said, that kid's 5, 6 years old. He has no idea of what he just said. He has no idea what that even means. But he's around his parents, and his parents use it. You know what I mean? And now, when you send these kids to school and they get beat up and bullied and this and that, that's your fault. Instead of informing the kid what that means and why you use it, then the kid would have an intelligent, way of using it. He would know not to use it in certain situations. And then you say, well, my kid is being bullied because he's this. You can't say whatever you want whenever you want. You can't. You physically can by opening your mouth, but then you're responsible for your actions. And some people are not going to let you just call them anything and be like, it's cool. And you're going to lose friends over it too, because they're going to be like, nah, you're not the guy for me. You know, I saw on the internet where this one guy, the parents found out the guy was that, he was a racist, and told the daughter don't see him no more. And when he came over, confronted him and says, hey, you're a racist, you got racist this because I went to your Facebook page and you got swastikas and Hitler and all over your page, which kid's 15 years old. He knows nothing about Hitler. Absolutely nothing. But the guy came back later and killed both the parents. Now you say to yourself, what kind of sense did that make? Is that the only girl in the world? Or is your mind so screwed up with hate that you went over and killed the parents? Now, parents are white. This is a white girl. So, if you're racist and you just killed your own kind, what does that mean to me? You know, what does that mean? You know what I mean? This is what I mean, that you shouldn't teach kids that, because they can't decide. They have no, you know, no filter to say, hey, you know what? There are the girls. You know, but anyway, enough of that. It's the same story. It has not changed. Go ahead. What do you think?
You pretty much said everything, but I just wanted to know why everybody was acting so salty to him. Like, oh, you wasn't here. Like he was like a deadbeat dad or something.
Right.
Like he was actually in the army. It's not like he just left and decided to live somewhere else. He was in the army. So I don't get how everybody was giving him the cold shoulder. Oh, you wasn't here for this. Oh, you wasn't here for that. I'm just like, did you want him to serve y'all country or nah? Because they were just doing too much for me.
Right. But then when the chips were down, they needed him. Mm-hmm. They forgot all of that. Oh, I need you to help us out.
Oh, when you in the armed forces or whatever they said, I need you for this.
Yeah.
But y'all was playing him in the beginning, so that was just too much. But he pretty much said everything, so that's all I have to say.
Right, and just going back to something she said, people will use you for what they want out of you, and then you're that guy again. You know what I mean? You're that guy who left us. You left us. You deserted the family. How are you gonna come back and be in charge now? Like he said, I'm the last one that you should be seeking advice from. Yeah, but you're the only one that's gonna stand up to everybody. Really?
Yeah.
That movie was hard to swallow in that aspect. But then I realized they wanted to use him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Do they know how he is?
Exactly.
Oh, one more thing. It was pretty nice to see him as a calm, level-headed person, because there was a lot of situations, if it was in Once Were Warriors, where he would have went off and just went crazy. Like in the store when the man was in there and he just talked, he didn't I thought he was gonna jump on him and start fighting him, but he just talked and then they walked out and that was it.
Right, but well, you can't beat a guy down if you ask the owner. Is it okay?
He beat people down for anything in the other movies.
True.
What you talking about?
That's true.
Anything. If somebody looked at him, he
right,
fights.
that's it. You headbutting them and punching them. That's true. That's true.
What are you looking at me for? So.
See, I got to be quick on my reflexes. You know what I'm saying? Because I might get boxed up, you know? Like, you see her doing this? That's from that.
You need to stop.
Go ahead.
That's all I had to say.
Yeah, like I said, I seen it. Somebody said I rattled on just to say the movie was what?
Just to say the movie went on.
The movie went on, and then I went on. But I just thought I'd take a moment to say that the story, every Italians, it's the same story. It's, you know, the Irish, you know. But the people I've seen the most be successful are the Spanish and the Haitian. You know, because they got their own radio stations, TV stations, own everything, clubs, dating sites. They got their own everything. They're like, we don't even need you guys. We're here. We're gonna handle our business, and then they're gonna make business with you, and then they're gonna cross, and then they're gonna be twice as big. So I try to talk to some of my people about that, and it's just, oh, you might get $1 more than me. You can't see making $499,000 if I'm gonna make $501,000. You feel slighted for $1. You're not an innovator. Get out the way. Tell somebody else about that deal. Oh, one more thing, which has nothing to do with the movie. Anyway, I'm gonna save that for another time because
I'm just saying, look at her.
She's a time person.
No,
you didn't even say it, but I understand. You're a time person. Go ahead. Say what you need to say.
There's nothing to say. This is the end of the video.
All right, well, go ahead and say that.
This is the end of the video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.
See that?
Comment down below what you guys want to see next. Hit that notification button to get a notification when I upload. Thanks for 200K. And subscribe to join the family.
It's 2K.
Did I say 200?
Yes, you did.
Well, I'm speaking into the future. Now continue.
Speak it into existence, young lady.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, because we want to ride this thing all the way to the top. Oh, but as always, we appreciate everybody. Oh, you forgot to... Did you shout out?
No, I feel like it's a movie review, so I didn't want to say.
Okay, anyway, we'd like to thank everybody for their subscribing. We appreciate you guys. And but as always, financially, the coach can't take care of everybody. But
he will give you good advice. See you guys in the next video.